Hi, I'm Bill Riley, President of Ironsides Technology. I'm here today with Ray Gifford, our Senior Field Technician. We thought it'd be interesting for Ray to share some of his experiences that he's enjoyed here with Ironsides. Ray's been with us a little while. How long, Ray?
11 years, Bill.
11 happy years. Um, Ray, why don't you tell us a little bit what your role is with Ironsides?
So my core function is to design, build, and install and train customers on the camera systems that we use to follow the mail through the tracking process.
Okay.
Beside that, I also do customer support.
All right. Ray is a true road warrior. We're installed throughout North America. Somehow we even managed a trip to do an installation in Hawaii. And people always ask us, how is it that you can support a network that really covers so many different time zones and so much geography?
I think the best answer for that is through preparation. We do a lot of pre-installation prep meetings, research, testing, and by the time we get out to the customer installation, everything's pretty much lined up. We know what we're going to do. There are very few surprises. I won't say there are no surprises, but there are very few surprises, and we do a really good job of making sure that it goes as smoothly as it can. And if there are any bumps in the road, we usually smooth them out pretty quickly.
How long would you say your typical installation is?
I'm usually not on site more than a week, unless
Really?
it's a big installation. Then that may adjust, but for the most part, usually we're in and out in a week or less.
One of our goals in developing the Ironsides system was to, in fact, have a system because we always expected and believed that we would be dealing in a international marketplace. Ray's focus is here in North America, and there is an installation in Hawaii. That wasn't a joke. But we're also installed in Europe and England as well. And we knew in order to do that, in order for people like Ray to support it, that we had to have a system that would work very well everywhere we went, but at the same time, it had to adapt to the local environment everywhere we went. Speak a little bit about that, Ray, how you adapt.
So we have really flexible hardware. So we mainly are reading barcodes, and we are mainly reading 2D barcodes, but we can read others as well, pretty much anything that's out there. Because of the flexibility of the hardware and the software, we can put cameras on pretty much anything. If there's a space to put a camera and there's a barcode visible, we can read it, and we can make that work and get the data into APT and track your product for you.
So we tell people we've built an open system and that we can adapt to pretty much whatever they have on their floor. And I'd have to say in 11 years, you've probably seen quite a variety of requirements out there.
We've seen a lot. But like I say, we do good research. We have a good understanding of what we're doing before we get on site. And things just go pretty well. Again, not 100% perfect. Sometimes we have to do some adapting on site. But for the lion's share of what we do, it's almost cookie cutter. Not quite, but it's almost cookie cutter.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. People ask me, so I'm going to ask you, you're the guy that does it. Does it really only take a week or two to get people up and running and live? You can install and train them, and you're going to walk out the door, and in 2 weeks they're up and running.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we do post installation support. It's closer right after the installation, but we are there for you. And as time goes on, you need us less and less, and we still check in once in a while, make sure everything's okay. There are people that we just never hear from because they get it. But by the same token, that doesn't mean we're not there if you need us.
Now, I guess if it didn't work so well, you'd be a grumpier guy, but you're always in a pretty good mood. Why would you say that is? Are we paying you too much?
I don't think that's possible. I tend to be in a good mood. I follow the idea that you take yourself wherever you are. You bring yourself to work, and I like what I do. I go on site. I'm able to provide something that you need, and when I'm done, you're happy when I walk away, and that's the best part of my job.
That's great. Well, I think we have a wrap. Is there anything you'd like to add before we conclude?
No, I think we're good. You had initially asked me if there was anything I thought I could do to make things easier and make them better. I think over the years, we have ironed out the kinks. We've done a really good job, and I think for the most part, I mean, everything can be improved upon, but I think for the most part, we are where we need to be.
That's great. Thanks, Ray. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Bill.